Oh, come on, Big Bad Toy Store. When were you gonna show us the pictures someday? Oh, looks like Toy Fair actually did it. Man, these looks pretty good as hell. Oh, I didn't see you there, guys. Greetings, everyone. This is CyberKnight-Miky here with another review. And this time, we're gonna take a look at a little teaser for these Neca Godzilla King of the Monsters figures from the Neca line. Wow, I really suck at it. I really suck at opening credits. But yeah, I didn't know they would actually show us the pictures till yesterday. And these figures, man, they look pretty much awesome. With the also the S.H.MonsterArts, which we're also gonna take a look at later. But if you're new here, don't also forget to like and comment on this video, and also subscribe, and also click on the notification bell button for when you're gonna know where the next video is gonna go out. But yeah, this is unscripted. If you noticed, yeah, I just want to be in there. To be honest, I just want to be a little bit up. I want to keep up with my uploads, considering no one is gonna watch this. But yeah, if you haven't noticed, this is one of my Godzilla, the months of Godzilla, which I'm gonna upload and review every single Godzilla figures till the film is coming out in May or June, I don't know, but skipping right along, now we're gonna take a look at these figures. From the get-go, these figures, in my opinion, if you hear something in the background, I apologize. I mean, wow, yeah, unscripted. Remember, but yeah, I know that I saw some YouTubers, for example, the Geek Chest with Steve and Honest actually made a video of their reaction. Now I'm gonna take a look at my reactions of these figures. And let us start with Rodan. Let me just say, Rodan here looks awesome. This, and if you don't know, they actually rendered the CGI models to make figures of them. And to be honest, I just love the takes of what they're going. This really looks like Rodan. The only nitpick I kind of get is that they use the metal rod, but hey, it's Neca, remember? And I really don't really care if Neca uses a metal rod, but yeah. And also, the wing can fold, which is just amazing. Then the SH monsters, they might change soon, but yeah, we will see if they're gonna change that pose, unlike King Ghidorah, which they did not have a Ben, but yeah, like I said, I'm gonna talk about that later. Now we're gonna take a look at Godzilla, and man, I just love this version of Godzilla. This is so much more detailed than the other 2014 figure of this 12-inch long, which is gonna cost like 22 or 28 bucks in the US, but in Sweden it's not gonna happen. If you're a Swedish person and gonna watch this, you're kind of gonna order it online, considering the closing of BR and Toys R Us, which I really don't give a damn about them. But let's be honest, we just skip them, and Godzilla just looks amazing. The detail is just spot on. The dorsal plates really resemble the 1954 Godzilla with it with the legendary Godzilla mold. And yeah, and what I really like about the this 2019 Godzilla is that there's no bending wire, which is I already know that they are not gonna use a bending wire on this Godzilla, which I already know, considering the 1962, which I actually pre-ordered. If you haven't noticed, well, now you know. And also Mothra, she looks pretty good. Except for one nitpick I kind of get is the wings. It's not it's awful. Don't get me wrong. It's just that it's on a hinge, which kind of a little bit weak. In my experience of Neca, sometimes those joints can break off pretty easily if you kind of mess them a little bit too much. But yeah, not only does Mothra come with a base, it also comes with a little lava. Mothra just looks pretty beautiful. The wings is just spot on to the CGI model. Same with the body, and I and even though those joints might not be the best, at least it sizes pretty well with Godzilla. Which people might kind of complain that that Mothra looks kind of small compared to Godzilla. By my experience, my opinion, Mothra has always been a little bit smaller than Godzilla, and also, let's be honest, the Toho got Mothra is kind of a little bit humongous with the cutie eyes and the fluffiness. The only one I know that looks more like a monster was the GMK. All this speaking is just making me tired. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about the GMK, so let's go back with talking about the 2019 Legendary Mothra. Yeah, the details and the articulation, pretty good. And the only and one thing that it actually really surprised me is the Atomic Blast Godzilla, which is, in my opinion, the third variation of the Atomic Blast line. Um, plus, and if you count with the 1962, it's the fourth version, but considering the 1962 doesn't use the Atomic Blast one, yeah, it's kind of free. But it's a kind of plus 4 if you count the 1962, considering it has an Atomic Blast. God damn it, Ben. Big Bad Toy Store. And yeah, I already pre-ordered this one on HeroMic. Link in the description. But now let's talk about this 2019 Atomic Blast Godzilla, which I know that the Geek Chest also know also one of the guys named Steve actually said commented and actually talked about that he thinks that it's called a Spitfire Godzilla, which in my opinion is kind of misleading considering the Spitfire is actually a term to the S.H.MonsterArts, which he actually have, which he kind of messed up considering in my knowledge he doesn't have the Atomic Blast GMK and Shin Godzilla, which I actually have, and I still haven't uploaded it, god damn it. So he kind of got it really big wrong about the knowledge of Atomic Blast, considering he never got those two figures. And yeah, I think that's all I had to say about the the criticisms of Super Unimportant Reviews and aka the Geek Chests channel. Also, Steve, if you watch this, don't get me wrong, you're a pretty nice guy. But remember, it's not Spitfire, it's actually Atomic Blast, which Neca is actually used the term atomic blast on their figures. The Spitfire, however, is used by S.H.MonsterArts, and this figure is not an S.H.MonsterArts. So you kind of got that little bit wrong, and by little I mean much. But yeah, this figure is actually pretty same as the other original 2019 Neca Godzilla, but instead of just being completely grey and have no accessories, this one does have an accessory, but with a twist. Instead of just being atomic breath, it actually has an end that literally split up the whole atomic ray flames that looks like it has blasted the ground and it's spreading. It looks fascinating. And I gotta say, the blue mix on the skin, the scales, it just looks beautiful. It it really resembles a glowiness of Godzilla's spines glowing. It might not be a really, it might not be a masterpiece or the best variation, but at least it's actually great to have an effect. And by great, the best I meant perfect, but you know what I mean. But yeah, this figure is pretty much the same as the other one, with the articulation and the mold, except with the paint and the effect part, which the S.H.MonsterArts had a little bit different. Speaking of the S.H.MonsterArts, which I actually kind of missed the boat on, now I'm also gonna talk about the S.H.MonsterArts Godzillas. Hold on. Sorry about that. It was just my two stepbrothers who actually talked about something, but I don't know. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the S.H.MonsterArts figures. We're gonna also we have no images of these two S.H.MonsterArts figures, if you know what I mean. I meant the Rodan and the Mothra. In my opinion, those two look amazing, even though they are not technically that accurate to the CGI model. But remember, it's the whole S.H.MonsterArts figures are actually designed by Sakai, the guy who actually made all these S.H.MonsterArts figures, which they have might when they might not be totally accurate to their film appearance. The designs are more like a upgraded friending figures that look so amazing with all these details. And to be honest, I kind of like that. First, we're going to take a look at Godzilla, which I mentioned is a pretty amazing figure, which I also pre-ordered on Amiami, link on the description. And yeah, this is a total upgrade from the legendary 2014 Godzilla, which I wasn't really accurate to the film. But yeah, this figure might resemble the 2014 figure, but it is so much upgraded and different. For example, the dorsal spines are not the same as the 2014. Like I said in the Neca, they more resemble like the 1954 Godzilla, or maybe the Millennium Godzilla, which are humongous and they look opposing. And by that I mean they look awesome. And the feet are more upgraded instead of just the elephant-like giant feet, which is an accurate, scientific accurate term of a giant, like a 4 meter giant to have, like also from the Game of Thrones. Considering that the gigantisms are much different than the original size. For example, giants are different than humans. and the body shapes of this Godzilla really make it look like it's from the film. And not only that, this figure from these pictures that they are taking, it can look up really high to accommodate this beautiful scene of the shot of the trailer. The atomic blast, the atomic breath part shooting up in the sky to create this beautiful scenery. And also, it has the atomic breath part, unlike the original 2014, which has to have a repaint slash remold, and by remold I mean they use a transparent plastic instead of just a normal gray, but you know what I mean. And then we come to the grand master himself, King Ghidorah, which in my opinion is one of the most fascinating and almost perfect King Ghidorah models I ever seen. And funny enough, we never got a picture of the Neca King Ghidorah. I'm not pretty sure they are gonna make a King Ghidorah figure. I might be wrong, but we never have news about it. But we do know we have news about the S.H.MonsterArts, which in my term, it's amazing. And yes, this one doesn't really have these lightning beams it used in the film, or any King Ghidorah figures they can that has those electric beams. But I was expecting it doesn't have it, so I made my own with banded wire covered with hot glue gun glue. Anyway, before I rambling too much, let's talk about this final figure. Even though this one is not that perfect, it's still amazing with all the detail, the posability. It resembles King Ghidorah so much. And yes, like the others commenting, like Alex the Hunted, Danger Will, or something like that, or even Stephen Todd reviews, link in the description, they were the first to actually comment that this figure is, in my what if I can also agree with, is a pocket destroyer, a a wallet destroyer. Sorry, hashtag wallet destroyer. This one is gonna really destroy your pocket. It's gonna cost a fortune. At least it's not that much expensive than the special color version of the King Ghidorah. I kind of wish they actually gone with a support this and actually lift it up in the air. But at least it does have three support stands to display King Ghidorah safely, which is a really good idea. We just say, even though the color might be different in the promotional picture, the promotional images, I can imagine that in hand he will look amazing. Let's hope that this King Ghidorah's eyes would not look at derpy at the other derpy as the other S.H.MonsterArts figure had, because as we all know, it will be a gamble for us to have perfect eyes, but some of us, or rest of us, actually have googly eyes, like the 1954. Which I actually don't have a problem with the 1954, but with the others, put in my ass. Yes, that was a Jabba the Hutt reference. Link in the description. But yeah, that was all I had to say about this Neca news and my opinion of this line, and also the S.H.MonsterArts, which I actually already pre-ordered, but not the Neca ones because they are gonna come out early. But yeah, tell me what you think about this like I said, like this video and also subscribe to me if you want more Godzilla stuff or any others. Or also, if you want more news when I'm gonna upload, don't forget to click on the bell button for more notification bell button for more news and when I'm gonna review, because it's kind of a little bit important considering, yeah, how many of us actually gotta watch these videos when we're just focusing on something else. Yeah, YouTube is completely broken, but I think it's actually a little bit necessary. Yeah, that was all I had to rambling so much. Anyway, this was CyberKnight-Miky say, see you all later, my fellow knights. And remember, stay calm and be honest.